Hello and welcome to Empowering SMEs. I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS Small Business and ESS BIZTOOLS. This presentation is part of our Corporate Governance Introduction series, and we're ready for liftoff of the Corporate Governance Network. Why is corporate governance important? Directors and committee members of charities, not-for-profits and sporting organisations need to be aware of the legislation that applies to either companies or not-for-profit type organisations. What is the best practice? What are the ethics of running businesses or organisations? The first responsibility of directors and committee members is to develop policies, procedures and strategies, the overall framework for an organisation. That will undoubtedly be undertaken in conjunction with the management team, but the board of directors or committee need to sign off on those strategies, the organisational manuals, therefore implementing them as law for your company or for your organisation. A very important role for the directors and committee members is to appoint the CEO or general manager or whatever title you want to give the key management person in the organisation and discuss with him or her the strategies that the board or committee want implemented in the organisation. But that's not the end of it. In fact, it's only the beginning, because the board or committee then have to implement appropriate processes to monitor the implementation of the policy. This is an awareness situation, an understanding and an appreciation of the Companies Act as it relates to directors. For not-for-profits and charities, understanding the Associations and Corporations Act in your state and understanding your responsibility to your organisation because of it. Taxation plays a very big part in all organisations, and directors and committee members need to have an awareness of how the taxation system works as it relates to small, medium enterprise companies and not-for-profit organisations. You also need to have an awareness of the emerging legislation, such as the single touch payroll, which commences on the 1st of July this year for businesses and entities with more than 20 full-time equivalent employees. The workplace health and safety regulations are very important, and whilst directors are not expected to understand every component of those regulations, they do need to have a working overview, a knowledge of how the system works. When it comes to people management, Fair Work Australia is a very important organisation that directors need to be aware of. In other legal areas, we've got the environmental laws, the Privacy Act, which is now fully in operation for companies with turnovers over $3 million per annum. But it also relates to businesses with less than $3 million per annum in certain categories, such as the health area. The overseas workers and temporary visa requirements is also very important. Directors also need to have developed some financial literacy to be able to read financial accounts, profit and loss accounts, balance sheets, source and application of funds, understand how budgets and cash flow forecasts are prepared, so that directors and committee members are in a position to be able to interrogate the financial accounts and ask questions, not just sit back and accept what is tabled. So the role of a director and committee member extends beyond the signing off of the manifesto, the documentation, the strategy. If there's one thing that's emerged loud and clear already from the Bank Royal Commission currently underway in Australia, is the need for directors of companies and I dare say also committee members of not-for-profits and charities, to have developed and implemented processes to monitor the implementation of the strategies, to be able to monitor the trends. And what are some of those trends that you should be looking at? Let's start with people. Resignations, accidents, serious injuries or even death, warning letters that have been issued by management, complaints made by some of your team to Fair Work Australia. They're all important statistics that directors and committee members need to be aware of to determine whether the system that has been signed off on is working. Workplace health and safety. Have any warning letters been received by inspectors? Customers, the lifeblood of a business. Frequency of sales, average sales, complaints received, compliments received, lost customers. All very important information for directors to be aware of. The market, what is happening? What are competitors doing? What are suppliers doing? What are the technology developments? Innovation, research and development documentation, is that being done appropriately? Are you receiving reports back? Is the research and development rebate being claimed? Is the intellectual property within the company or organisation that's being developed being protected? What's the process on patent applications? Marketing. What's happening on the marketing strategy implementation? Website, capability statement, newsletters, registration on the Industry Capability Network. So the Corporate Governance Network that we are very proud to launch, which commences on Tuesday the 29th of May, is going to be presented in 6 90-minute webinar workshops over the next 12 months. Subscribers will receive significant information that will be downloaded to the members area of ESS Small Business so that they can undertake some additional reading on the matters being presented. If you are interested in participating in this Corporate Governance Network to improve your knowledge of directors' skills and requirements, responsibilities and duties, and also committee members of small, medium enterprise companies and not-for-profits, charities and sporting organisations, please go to our website www.esssmallbusiness.com.au to find out more information if you wish, and to register for the start of this series, which, as I said before, starts on Tuesday the 29th of May. I look forward to you joining us in this challenge to equip the next generation of Australian small medium enterprise company directors and committee members of not-for-profits, charities and sporting organisations on this very exciting journey of being a company director or a committee member. Have a great day. Goodbye.